Today is Sunday, May 14th. Yesterday, Saturday, May 13th, there was a big accident on the Mercier Bridge and there was traffic backed up on the highway in the Whiskey Trench for hours. We were stuck in it for 3 hours. But something had happened at 2 o'clock. We were getting on the highway in Lachine because there was a detour off of the 720. So we had to get on the 138 at early. To get on the Mercier Bridge, we got on at early in Ville-de-Salle. And just when we're getting on the entrance there, the entrance, it's an incline to get on, and there was a cop. There was a MUC police standing there, and he was directing traffic. Anyways, we were stuck in the entranceway to the highway, and it was bumper-to-bumper traffic, and it was stop traffic. I'm going to show you what took place. There was a cop approximately a car length and a half in front of us. And what he was doing, he was signaling the cars in front of us to get over like this. But the car in front of us only moved about 6 inches and was a dead stop because it was all traffic. The cop was going like this. He was showing us to get over, and our friend Edith was driving, and we couldn't move. Dead stop. So when he seen that we're not moving, he went like this very aggressively. Very aggressive. And Edith went like this because she couldn't move. So he comes walking up to the car like this. He comes walking up and he sees right here. He sees my father. He stood this far away. That's a matter of 2-3 feet. He can see right in the car. He's looking at Edith driving. He sees my father. Now today it's rainy, it's kind of streaky, and it's a little bit dark here, but the windows are not tinted. He comes up, back up, and this is what he does once he sees my father. He slaps the mirror like that. The mirror goes right shut like that. My father immediately jumped out. Now he's 85 years old. He jumped out, he stood up right here. I was sitting in the back seat right here. And as soon as my father jumped out, he jumped out faster than me. I got up, I grabbed my father and I said, get back in the car. And I said to the cop, I says, what the fuck's the matter with you? I says, who the fuck you think you are? I says, because you got a gun and a badge, you think you can do shit like that? And right away, what this guy said to me, he says, Kenawaki, eh? And right away, my response to him was, I couldn't believe what this guy was saying and what he'd done, thinking that because he's a cop, that he's got the authority to abuse and oppress. No way did we stand for that shit. So I yelled at that guy. I told him, I says, you are a fucking asshole for acting the way that you are. And all he was doing, he was going, ha ha ha, like clearly the most racist encounter I've ever had. And this is an official representative, a cop from the city of Montreal, conducting himself like this. Behind us is a row of cars, and they seen him do this. And then we get into the traffic in the Whiskey Trench. We only got maybe about 500 feet away from where this cop was, where this incident took place on near early. And it was a dead stop now. So we're stopped there, got the van open. I'm sitting in the van like this right here, and we hear a motorcycle coming up. It's a motorcycle cop. It's the same cop. And when he comes by, he goes like this. He's driving on his motorcycle, he goes, fuck you! And he's driving by kind of slow, and all of the cars can see him. So as soon as he said that, I got up like this. I said, fuck you, you piece of fucking shit. And everybody around could see and hear because everybody was standing outside of their cars and everybody had their windows open because it was a dead stop in traffic. Anyways, he goes on. There's a car sitting next to us, and the guy in the car next to us, he's seen that take place, but he did not see the initial incident. So the guy sitting next to us, he goes like this. He goes, yeah, right on. And all he knows is he sees the cop give us a finger. He doesn't know what else took place. So the guy can see that this cop, for some reason, imagine a police officer driving by and giving somebody the finger and saying, fuck you. So the cop goes by and there's the accident up ahead. We don't know what goes on. The other lane into the city is blocked. So we're sitting there for, I don't know, maybe about 45 minutes, and then we hear the motorcycle come back, and on the other side of the road there's only a small median dividing and a small fence you could see. He pulls up and he slows down right in front of us, and he goes like this, hey, hey, and he waves, and I go, hey. A little while later, maybe about another half hour, he drives by us again, going back towards the bridge, and then the traffic starts moving. And as the traffic starts moving and we go by, I see that cop sitting in the middle of the two lanes, the lane coming from like Labatt 50, I think that's La Vérendrye, and anyways, he's sitting in between the two lanes in the median. And I tell my son to take a video of him. And so this is the guy that this took place with yesterday. Racism from the city of Montreal. 375 years of racism. The city of Montreal tore my chiefs apart, limb from limb, with 4 oxen right at the Bon Secours market in the middle of broad daylight when our chiefs went there in good faith. They killed 2 of our chiefs like this. Of course, nobody knows of this any longer. There's nobody in Kahnawake who knows of this. It's only the traditional people who know this, because this is what has been passed down in the LongHouse. But anyways, there used to be a plaque at the Bon Secours market celebrating that fact, that they murdered, assassinated 2 of our chiefs, tore them limb from limb with oxen. And this is in the early days of the city of Montreal. And here, 375 years later, still the same racism from the city of Montreal.